Hey everyone, Jordan here. Today we're going to be looking at the Lian Li 207. A little bit different from the standard one though. As you'll see on the front, we have now got a digital edition which adds a 6-inch screen, which is a 720 by 1600 pixel screen, 500 nits and 60 Hz. Now the 207 digital edition will be available alongside the standard edition that we looked at previously. It's going to be priced at $109, so $30 extra over the original. In terms of the actual rest of the case, everything remains the same as the original, minus the RGB on the front fans. There's no RGB on this one, so a little bit of a trade-off there. I would personally like to see a version with RGB. I think it does look really nice on the front of the case, and I feel a couple of other you guys out there might like that as well. So hopefully they'll introduce one with both at some point, because swapping out those fans being 30mm thick won't exactly be cheap if you do like RGB. Now the rest of the case will remain the same as the previous version. I have got the full review on the channel, so I'll put the card on the screen if you want to check that out. You can check out the thermals, the limitations, what you can do with it and all that kind of stuff, as we're going to primarily focus on the screen on this one. So let's get you zoomed in and we'll take a closer look. Now we're going to go into the Connect 3 software, which is available from the Lian Li website. If you don't want to use the software, you can also use it as a traditional secondary screen. Additionally, there's also an offline mode which can display the time and date when the system's off if you wish. Now the screen connects with a standard USB 2 header, but you do have a USB 2 to USB header included in the box. Lian Li also includes a notch bracket as well, so you can run that cable out of the back and then into your motherboard. So going into the Connect 3 software from Lian Li, we've got the 207 digital screen on the side there. Now if you want to just set it to a secondary display, you can just go into the additional settings and then just say on, and then you can just go into your Windows settings, and that will then pop up then as the second display, and you can then go down and make sure you set the advanced display options. So then you can set to 60 Hz in there. You can also do the offline mode clock there as well that I mentioned as well. Now for a template, there's loads of different options pre-configured. There's quite a lot actually, considering it's a very new product. Generally you'll see a lot of things added as the time goes, but they've obviously put a lot of time and attention to giving some demos to begin with. So we can just pick one of those and apply it. And you'll see that pops up on the actual front of the case. So I'll just go through a couple of these and just apply those so you can see what they look like. That's a pretty cool one. Nice scenery. There we go, so that's all the preset ones to choose from at the moment. Obviously on the right hand side here you can also see you can change all of your top fans as well. I've only got 2 connected, so obviously very limited at the moment, but then you do have all your other stats there as well. You can turn the brightness down into 4 notches as well. You can turn it completely off as well if you want to. Maybe if you're using it at night, you can just disable that. You can go onto the custom theme as well and then add in your own thing. So let's say we've got a image that we want to upload. So here we've got the Asus logo, for example. You can add that and then apply. So once you've uploaded your own image, you can then go to the theme info and you can see loads of different display options. So you can add some stats onto your screen. So if you want to really fill the screen, you can just say, add this first one here, apply that, and that will then come up on the screen. You can see all of those stats. If you want something a little bit more minimal, you have some other options. Just add that on the top and then apply. Now, if you're happy with that, you can then save it as a template and it will pop up into the template section. So you can easily switch between those, and you can also favorite them as well, like so, and then go down to the drop down to your favorites, so they'll just all appear there. Now if you want to go a little bit more in depth again, you can pick modular parts to add as well. So we'll just add it on these, and then you can pick where these are going to go, so you can be really specific with what you're going to add on. You can also scale these as well, so if you want to make them a lot bigger. And you can also then go into the layout tab and customize the colors as well, which can be especially helpful if you've maybe got it on a darker background and you want to stand out. So I've just set these all to white. You can then update and apply, and that will then just go onto the screen and refresh and then change to your customizations. Now once you save those, if you do go back out and then go back into that option, you'll then find that you can't change things. You might think, oh no, how do I edit these? But you just click on the right hand side, the modular, and then you'll be able to edit it to how you want. That caught me out to begin with as well. I thought, oh no, I can't change anything that I've just done, but you just have to click on the right hand side first, and then you can make your changes. So I hope you enjoyed that little look at the 207 digital screen. It does have a lot of options at the time of filming as well. I'm filming this pre-release, and they have got a lot of templates. I was actually really pleasantly surprised by the amount of options that Lian Li have put on there. Of course, they will upgrade and there'll be lots of things available in the future. This is obviously pre-release, so I'm very limited with what we can do, but I say very limited, but there's loads of different modules and things you can add on there, so yeah, very good for what's available now. I also like that you get the little adapter and also the notch bracket as well, so you can run that cable out and then back into your motherboard if you want to use it just as a secondary screen. I like that they're not locking you down to having to use the software as well, so it's really good. So for the extra $30, I think it's well worth that on top of the original. It really does enhance what's already a great case and just gives it a nice little extra step and some more functionality, of course, as well. I would like to see an RGB version. That's one thing I did miss with this one. I think the 207, the original one, had some really nice vibrant RGB, and to have no RGB on this one's a little bit of a shame. It is obviously a trade-off with the screen and the RGB, so hopefully they can add another SKU that has both, and then maybe like an extra $10 or something like that. Because like I said earlier, replacing those 30mm fans isn't going to be cheap, so it would be nice if they offer both at some point. Then you don't have to settle for one or the other, you can just get the best of both. I will be doing a build with this as well, so we can look at what else has changed with the software as time progresses as well. Anything else you'd like to know, of course, let me know in the comments box and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll leave the links for this in the description box below if you want to pick one up. Don't forget, I have got the full review if you want to see the limitations and thermal performance and things like that. I have a little bit more of a nitty-gritty look around the case. I've also got a full build with the MSI parts I've done recently as well. So lots of 207 content if you want to check out some more. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please get subscribed and dig them out if you did. Thank you to Lian Li for sending this out for me to look at. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.